Welcome to Say It Loud on Ghana Web TV. My name is Ismail Akwe. This is the Zoom edition where we go outside our studio and outside our offices to speak to people who have something to say. And this program, as you know, is for people to express their concerns, their worries, or anything that bothers them with their lives in this country. About 60 Ghanaians are stranded in New Delhi, India, and they are calling on the Ghanaian authorities to bring them back home. One of the 60 Ghanaians stranded in New Delhi is Eric Osei. Eric Osei is in India with his 2-year-old daughter who had gone through some surgery. He moved to New Delhi in April, and then there was a lockdown, the borders were shut, and he's stuck and currently is running low on funds. So we'll be speaking to him via Zoom. So stay tuned and follow the conversation. So Eric, where are you currently?
I am in New Delhi, that is India, New Delhi.
Okay. So what took you to India?
My daughter was diagnosed with a hole in heart. So with the help of my company and some other friends and my church, I was able to come up with the sum that was required, and we proceeded to India to get the surgery done for her. Shortly after we were through with our surgery, then we noticed there was a lockdown and the closure of borders that we were stuck here. So we thought it would be something that would be for a short period. So we were just hoping and believing it might be a week or two or a month. But before we could see, the president would give a speech and he keeps announcing the border remain closed, the border remain closed. Though we came with a return trip. So we had an in and out ticket that could fly us back. So we thought we were just waiting for the government to just open the border so that the flight will just come for us back to our country. But unfortunately, we waited and waited till finally the president announced that there will be a flight that will be going around to pick Ghanaians. We submitted our documents and everything that was required. And it's like we still don't have any message telling us that we are going to tomorrow or next week. It's like they keep telling us they are doing it in phases, but we can't really tell as to which phase we belong to and when they are also coming for us.
Okay,
And
for
as you can see,
clarity's
my
sake, can you
daughter
tell
here,
us? I want to know when exactly you moved to India and when you had the lockdown affecting you in that country.
Okay, I got here on the 7th of March. I left Ghana on the 6th, and I got here on the 7th of March.
So the surgery was done when? And at that time, what was India's situation with the disease?
By then, I would say India had recorded around 600 of the virus, but yet still the movement of people were normal. There was no restrictions and other things. So we were able to penetrate with getting the surgery done and everything successfully. Though the virus was then recorded in a huge number, let's say around 600 then, but movement was not an issue.
So when you got there, was there any contact with the Ghana High Commission?
Well, I would say no, because when we came, we thought we would spend less than a month. We didn't know we are going to go through this situation. So when we came, we did not officially lodge any report or send any details of ours to the embassy. That is when we came here initially. So when we came officially, we did not do that on the first day that we came or on our arrival.
So when did you do that?
I did that. That was in would I say May. I got the embassy number and I sent my details to them before they even requested for the details.
When did you get a response? Was it immediately or it took some time?
Yes, please. They responded immediately. They gave me a response and they asked me my location and everything. They asked me what is going on. I explained everything. Then per day, what they said they take uh, a command from that is Ghana. So if officially there's no command that send these people back to Ghana, they cannot with their willpower send us back. So they are waiting for the report, or let's say what the Ghana uh, authorities are going to say before they will take any action. That was what
Okay.
the response that I had.
So since then, you've not heard anything, and you are waiting for their response from Ghana.
Yes, please. I
Okay.
think our visa even expired not long ago.
Okay.
So I called for assistance, which they asked me to fall on the hospital because the hospital can do it for me for free. So I did that. I also spoke with the hospital. They took the required details and also helped with the assistance of doing it. So I'm yet to confirm from them as well to see whether our visas has also been renewed.
Let's look at your living situation right now. You said with the help of your church and some other people, you were able to get to India. And I'm sure you would have some money to spend. You have a budget. So, what happened to it? Is the money finished? How are you living? What are you using to support yourself until everything finishes?
I am living in a hotel which takes about 60, which has about 60 rooms. And I can tell you that for now, almost everybody who was stranded here is gone. I would say I am the only person for now that I know who is left in the room here with my daughter. Almost everybody in this room is gone.
Also,
So I would
Ghanaians?
say if there is somebody here, I have not seen any Ghanaian personally. I've known. I also read on the news on the web page of the Ghana embassy that there was a footballer who is also stranded here. But personally, I've not had any interaction with the guy, so I can't say much about that one.
Okay. So, you are still in the hotel and you are saying
Yes, please.
you are getting low on funds and you need to come home, and your daughter also needs to be home with her family. So, how are you managing? Is money coming from Ghana to you, or you have gotten some support from the Ghana High Commission in terms of your living condition? Is there anything like that for you?
Okay, for the from the embassy, I would say no, but the support that I'm getting is from my company, my church, and some other friends who contribute. Some go to give some food items to my wife and other things. That is what is keeping us here. But it's more like it's unpredictable because we can't really tell as to when they are coming for us, and we keep using the little money we have with on us. And now with the hotel, they take the money weekly. So it's like every week I have to pay about 700 Ghana cedis to the hotel every week. Not talking about what we are going to eat because the child needs to eat well due to her situation. I also have to get good food for her, though she sometimes resists or rejects the food. I have to force and do my best to get her eat. That is what we are going through here. So it's not been easy for me
Okay. How old
here at the
is your
moment.
daughter, if I may ask?
For now, for her recovery, I would say she's about almost 100%. She has recovered because if she's in a good mood and she's playing, you can see the strength is there. But it's more like periodically she'll switch into the mood of trying to meet the mom and she'll be crying. And for that one, there's nothing you can do. I will be trying my impossible best. I once tried to do a video call with the mom so that at least she will see the mom, and that was even worse. And that day, she couldn't allow me to sleep throughout the night. So, and we are foreigners here, and for you having me being a male, keeping a 2 years girl with me, and she crying in the room, you know how people will take it. Is
Yeah.
this really the father? And people will assume things. And what is going on in the room? What is the guy trying to do to the girl? And I feel sometimes I feel very, very bad when
Yeah.
the girl starts crying. because I don't know what people will be thinking out there. And the rules here also, I don't know what they might come in to check next when they hear the child crying. So it's not been easy for me here now.
Okay. How old is your daughter?
She turned to, that was April.
Okay. Okay. And are you still in contact with the hospital? Do you go for some checkup?
For the hospital, I contacted them because I think they gave everything for us to go back. We were totally discharged in March. What was it? Yeah, in March. Yeah, no, it was early part of April. That was 3rd April. They gave me everything, telling us it's like they are done with us, so we can fly back to our country after the lockdown. But since we are not able to go, I tried to communicate with them. They will ask me the health status, and I'll just confirm she's okay, her temperature and everything. They asked me to buy a thermometer, which periodically I'll be checking her temperature to know what is going on, her oxygen level and everything. They asked me to be monitoring, which I've been doing it. Uh, for now, they told me they only take emergency cases, but they don't do follow-up treatment for people. So if it is
Okay.
not an emergency situation, they don't take those messages. Yeah.
Okay. Have you been in contact with any Ghanaians in New Delhi?
Apart from the embassy, I would say no.
But have you heard anything from any other Ghanaians? If not having direct contact with them.
It was only the web page that I rely on because there's no other means. I tried to even go on the internet to type something like stranded Ghanaians in India to see whether there's a group that they've created, or try to see if I can come by anything that I can just get hooked on, to see that I have a brother here, I have a sister here who is also stuck there. We come out with an idea, but it's like I only fall on the messages and the information from the embassy at the moment.
So currently, what would you wish for right now if you are contacted?
Uh, for now, I think we all wish to come back home because staying here, we don't know the situation. Because even the situation as to the virus issue, uh, they keep coming up with new cases and they keep declaring certain places to be red spot. And not long ago, I've been following up with the internet, and they will be telling you in New Delhi, certain places has been declared as hotspots with the rise of the new cases and other things. And I honestly, I am not a citizen here, and I will not feel comfortable moving around. I am forced to go to the bank to get money because I use my ATM card to withdraw money from my account in Ghana. So if anybody helps or assists, though my company pays me all right, my salary goes through. So it's like we are living on my salary and some other help from other friends. You see, and looking at the money we spend in a day per hotel, it's not easy because we are paying about 100 Ghana cedis for a hotel in a day. So that means in a week I have to pay around 700 Ghana cedis, which even if I'm to be paid 2,000 back in Ghana or 10,000 back in Ghana, you can bear with me how much I'm spending only on accommodation aside food.
Okay, so how do you respond to the government's decision to bring people back in, but get them to stay in a hotel in quarantine for some days or some weeks until they are released to be sure that they are not coming back with the virus? But in this case, you are going to be the one to pay for that accommodation.
Honestly speaking, I think even if anybody comes out to agree and does that, that person is not doing that willingly. I can tell you for a fact, even the richest person will not do this willingly. It's like you are being pressured to do something against your own will. Because since we got stuck here, I have Ethiopian friends who were also stuck here. They left early part of, what do you call it? The later part of April, they were evacuated from this place. So it's more like you can tell if they left here in April and I have stayed here till June, my accommodation from April May, June, could have even paid for accommodation back in Ghana for my quarantine. But now we've stayed here, used almost all the money on us, and we are being told we'll be sent to a 5-star, 4-star hotel, 2-star hotel, which some of us pay our budget. It's more like a punishment to us. You see, if I even go for a loan to pay this, within my heart, it's not something that I'm willing to do, but I'm just being pressured to do something against my own will. That is what I see.
And have you been told or you followed it through the news?
I followed it through the news, and it's like I don't know if this is the reason why we've been neglected, and it's like nobody is coming to our aid because I saw in a page that I don't know if it was a page that now it's like those who are being evacuated are the people who are rich, who are having the money, and they are willing to come and they are willing to bear any cost. But for some of us, even coming to do the surgery, which costs thousands of dollars for my daughter, I have to fall on people to get the money to do the surgery for her. And with the little money that we had left to come use for other medicals and other things, we've stayed here, exhausted all the money, and we coming back again to Ghana and being charged for an accommodation for 500 Ghana cedi, 600 Ghana cedi per day. I think it's more like a punishment to me on my side.
Okay. So now this is your opportunity. I'm sure the authorities are listening. So can you make your plea officially so that I'm sure whoever it is that's listening to you would take you as a priority and make it easy for you to come back home with your 2-year-old daughter?
I think I am pleading with them to also allow some of us here because per what the embassy is saying, they said we are about 60 Ghanaians who are stuck here who are willing to come back. They took our what do you call it, the ticket showing that we've really booked for a flight back to Ghana, which I don't know whether they are going to use that in place of we paying another extra money, or I don't know what they are going to decision they are going to take on that. But for now, I'm pleading with them because maybe I might not be the only person, as I'm saying. But for now, in my situation, my 2 years daughter here, I feel bad. If I am the only person stuck here, I could have bear it because I'm a man and I would choose to even bath once in a day, eat once in a day. But with this little girl with me, it makes everything more like hell for me because this situation was supposed to be handled by a woman, not even a man. Normally, these such issues is either both parents have to come with the child here in India. But in my situation, looking at the budget, I have to squeeze myself and come with her. Looking at the challenges I went through earlier on, thinking it's just a short while, but it's almost 4 months now or 3 months now, and we are still here. No positive response from the country that we are. So I'm pleading with the authorities to also come to our aid because we are also stranded here. I'm not the only person, but for now, since I don't have the other people with me to tell this person had this issue, that person also had this issue. I am speaking on my behalf that we have problems also here. That is like per the list that I even saw about Ghanaians that would be evacuated, I did not see Indian in it. That means we are even not priority on the list.
Okay, thank you very much, Eric. And I hope some aid will come to you and then you can come back home with your daughter safely. Thank you very much for speaking.
Okay. I'm very, very grateful. Very, very grateful, sir. Thank you. God
Thank you.
bless you, sir.
You too.
So that was Eric Osei, who spoke with us from New Delhi, India, and you saw his 2-year-old daughter sleeping by him in the hotel. We also took the efforts to reach out to the Ghana High Commission in New Delhi, where they assured us that they are putting things together to make sure they bring them back home safely. So the High Commission is saying that they've already taken names of those who are stranded in the country and they are touching base with them, and we hope everything goes well for Eric and his little daughter. This is Say It Loud, the Zoom edition. My name is Ismail Akwe. Catch us next time. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.